We have a special guy coming from Perth called the Ghost Marsh. So please put your hands together. Ladies and gentlemen, can you put your hands together for the one and only Trent Bubblegum Cooper?
We are underway here. Kalgoorlie Champions League, and it's a big smashdown on tonight. And I am joined in comms with Tony Glass. G'day, Tony.
Hey Ben, how are you, mate?
Good. I just get that venue audio down a bit. They're playing some songs in there. We don't want to get that in the way of things, and make a few adjustments as we go. Players just having a couple of warm-up darts, I think. And did you remember to pin the feed back to you, Tony? So you got that big?
I don't think I did. Which one do I pin?
So just click the three dots up the top of my picture and pin. Actually, with only just make sure you're just looking at my screen rather than both of us.
It will be a sudden death. It's 2 legs different.
Do I go full screen or gallery? No, hang on. I don't have your screen.
You should be able to see something coming back from me, can't you?
No, only the feed from the show.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So you want that feed up nice and on full screen for yourself.
Got it.
Okay, we're underway. 140 to kick it off for Trent Cooper. Bubblegum Coops, to call him.
Oh, great start by Bailey as well.
Live from Boulder X Club in Kalgoorlie, or Kalgoorlie Boulder, and you were there just minutes ago, Tony.
Yeah, it's set up really nice. Jeez, he's a wire away from setting up for a 9 data there, Bailey. Yeah, it's set up really nice.
It looks like a pretty good standard of play. Coops out of the blocks with 140, and Bailey hasn't he answered him. He's gone 180, 135, and that's a 95. Set himself up for the peg and a break a throw in the first leg.
Yeah, under 109 darts. That's world class.
Mm-hmm.
Trent will settle down.
60.
We've never had anything like this out in Carlo. He's on this. Ooh, unlucky. 12 data.
3 dots. Game on.
Boom.
Second leg, fade the throw first. Game on.
He'll be happy with that. Travelling all the way from Perth today.
He's had a lot of time to get his thoughts right.
70.
I'm just hear me clicking away in the background, making a few adjustments, getting some stuff set up.
59.
Some things you can't do until
I'm
you
not
get
hearing
started.
the thud on the board, mate. I don't know whether there is a thud on the board.
Oh, you can't hear the venue audio, mate, I'm afraid.
No, that's okay then. All good.
It's going out live, but you're not getting it.
Trent will get into his groove soon. Like I said, the something like this has never been held in Kalgoorlie, so they've had two major exhibition games in the last 30 odd years or 40 years in Kalgoorlie. The Jockey Wilson came out in 85 when he did a bit of a tour around Australia after the World Cup. So he was in Kalgoorlie. Nice, Trent. There's a 140 from Trent. Yeah, good answer. Unlucky. You there, Ben? I've lost you.
No, I'm here, mate. I'm just doing some adjustments in the background, leaving it to you for a minute.
96 score.
So yeah, Jockey Wilson came out and did an exhibition in 85. And then in 92, I came out when I was from Queensland with Peter Hinkley, a great Western Australian player and Australian player. I came out when I was the Aussie #1 and did an exhibition out here as well. So that was 30 odd years ago. So they've been a while between drinks having a good game with players to the quality of Bailey.
And Bailey gets the second leg.
Yep. Off to a good start.
He is. And look, that's important at any level, I suppose, would you say, Tony?
Yeah, absolutely. And he's 12 and 17 darts. 17's a good game at this level. It's that's the best level. Your 6-ball games put you at national level in Australia. He's got a good action, this lad. He throws all three the same way. I met him briefly before I came out. I wished him well. I met his partner, Brinley. She's lovely.
Yeah. Great to see her get down there and check it out. And
Yep.
With him travelling all over the place, it can put a strain on things, I suppose. Be great for him to have her there.
Makes a big difference if your partner's into the game as well and supports you.
For sure.
Yep, good one, Trent. Round the corner and gets his ton.
$98.
Yep, 98. That's a good recovery from first two darts. There you go. Trent's pushing them through now. There's another ton.
100.
Oh, good switch.
96.
Double six.
Nailed
Nailed it. 102 out. 15 data for Trent. That's there. That's a good comeback. So we've had a 12 data, a 17 data, 15 data.
The crowd loved that one, didn't they?
Oh yeah, and that'll settle Trent down now. He'll start to think that he can compete. Like I said, regardless of the outcome of this game, it'll just be fantastic for Trent for experience, just to get it out of his part of his apprenticeship, I suppose. And playing someone like Bailey, it's great. We can't thank Bailey enough. Some of his talent coming out here. He is. Got a 180.
It's a big 180 there, Bailey Marsh. And didn't like losing that leg. He's come out hard here. Ton, 180. Trent looks
might
like
get one back on him.
Doing so.
Oh, unlucky. No, Trent's going to enjoy this. I play Trent a lot in the domestic league, and the more you throw at him, the more he comes back at you. That was a bit unlucky. Straight a bit to the left. And he's left himself 6 darts out at 181, so a big score here from Trent. He's not going to get him. He needed 2 trebles there. That's a good shot. So they're at the 200 mark after 9 darts, which, again, you've heard me on many times. So that's where you need to be at this level. But now you need to take your 200 out in 6, and they're both on track to do that. So it's whoever pegs this peg will win this game. Unlucky Bailey. Oh no, he got it right in the ball.
Takes that one out with the bullseye, and that's a great leg of darts.
It's another 15 data.
And it is a super high standard here.
12, 17, 15, 15.
Bailey Marsh sitting on 100 average, 90 Trent Cooper.
60.
Yeah, that's...
$93.
Beautiful. He played that board well then. Got his 93. Yep, good pick up, Trent. Both these boys are picking good trebles when they switch. Oh, that was a bit of a loose one. Come on, Trent. There's that switch. Good pickup.
Are you back in a minute, Glassy?
You're right, mate. I'm enjoying this. They're playing great. Yeah, good ton. You're playing well when you hit 2 just over the wire and your third one just clicks under them and gets in. Unlucky, Trent.
40.
Good switch. Yep, 2 of them in there, 133. Great darts. Leaves 90. Not 134, sorry. Trent's getting a bit loose. That bounce out, I think, rattled him a tad. Look at this. In again, is he? No, I think he's just missed it. That would have been another 15 data. No. Good thinking, Trent.
60.
Left the little fish.
Bailey,
great dart.
6 leg.
16 data. So the longest leg so far in the first 5 legs have been 17 darts. They've had a 12, 2 15s, a 17 and a 16.
Massive standard of darts, and Bailey Marsh maintaining that 100 average.
And he's in there again. Yep. And he went around one that was just under and put it in to get the 140. Here comes Trent. Whoop, a bit loose. You need better. When you get your first dart and you're at 60, you need better than 81. Trent knows that. Trent is better than that. He's just finding his groove.
48.
Loose one out there too. Beautiful first dart. To
95.
95 again. So that's 2 throws in a row. He's hit 60 with his first shot, and he hasn't converted to over 100. He'll
60.
He'll grind on that. He'll come out and hit a 140 or 180 because he'll be shitty. He's put a loose one up there.
44.
I put the commentator's curse on him. So Bailey's settled down a bit.
95.
95. I think he picked up a 6 out last start. Yep. Good switch. Great switch.
134.
134.
Big shout out to everybody, all the viewers out there that are watching Dart Stream live, checking out this darting action live from the Boulder X. And it
Got
is
75 on the board, 83 left. The 51 leaves 32. There it is. Beautiful setup.
126.
That was just class darts. That's a young man at the top of his game. Ooh, Trent wanted 51 then. And that's a great setup by Trent as well. So he's right up Bailey's ringer. And Bailey just clink. 16 darts. Sensational effort.
$95.
Trent hasn't played that poorly and he's 5-1 down. Bailey's just playing some of the best darts I've seen. I've commentated about 4 or 5 Bailey's games and this is one of the best games I've seen him play. He's just in the groove. He's feeling good. It's a great setup at Boulder X. Really set up for a good game.
60.
So he's really enjoying this. Big shout out to Bruce, who runs the Boulder X, who I was out of my mind the other day when I came back from the radio and called him Rob. But Bruce is watching the live stream. He's not there tonight, but he's done so much work in the club, making it dart friendly, and James doing all the work from the Goldfields darts events end. So big shout out to Bruce. Unlucky Trent. Yeah, they're settling down a bit this kind of leg. But I think you've had 6 legs where 17's your longest leg. You can afford to have a quiet leg. Doesn't mean you don't hit 180 and then take it out and still 15 darts. Lose the 180. Awesome. That's massive. Come on, Trent. Oh, unlucky. 199. Unlucky. 180 left. Well, you went for the 54. Just pulled it a bit low.
We're having a break after every 10 legs. 5-1 at the moment.
Oh, he's going double-double.
Goes double-double.
And he's got it. That's a bit of showboat.
This is a bit of exhibition style. This is what they're there for. This is an exhibition match.
Yeah. There's your 15 data. I was calling it that it wouldn't be 15, but it went out in 15.
Enough of that.
85.
You won't be happy with that 85. He had beautiful 60 in there.
$60.
And we might have to be careful of that background music getting us shut down. I might just message JK and get him to bump it down 1 notch, or maybe I can bump it down. Don't want to lose the commentary. All the darts hitting the board.
43.
And Trent's feeling a bit shell-shocked, but he's a good player. He'll come good. Yeah, great dart. See, he had a dart under the treble, but he still put 2 around it. That's just fantastic. Good players are playing well there. Trent just did the same thing. Good players are playing well when they have a low dart and they go around it and just put it straight in the 60s. I think you got a ton there as well. No, just missed it. Yep, good darts, Trent. Oh, unlucky.
95.
45 on the board, 80 left.
61
left.
$59.
Yeah, nice 59. $48, double 8.
Game shot,
Yep,
$3,
in.
Bailey Marsh. 9th leg, 20
That
third.
was an 18 data. That was their longest leg. That's pretty impressive.
$60. $58. $60.
Good 60s from Trent. He needs to be finding the lipstick. There's a good 60 first dart. There he is. He's in there again. Another one. Good boy. I like the cut of his jib, this boy. He's got a good game. Yeah, Trent, come on. Just dropped it a little. Get in there again. Good ton.
$60.
Bailey's at 209, so he's playing. That's the game. 200 after 9 darts.
85.
Yeah, it's 200 out in 6. So this is the setup shot. Yeah, good drop down. Great setup. 134. Come on, Trent. Get in there. Great setup. There it is. 196 lead 16. There, put a bit of pressure on the 69. Yeah, 15, 54 left. 14 tops or 18 double 18.
Taking a little bit of time thinking about this one.
He doesn't know which way to go. I don't know why he went for the 45. Oh, 45-24. 18 double 18, yeah. He's probably so used to hitting the 45 and hitting the 24. He was thinking about his combination. He wasn't even thinking about what happens if I miss. Great dart by Trent. There's a 16 data, and that'll give him a bit of confidence. Get another leg on the board. If Trent picks up another one, he wins the last 2 legs going into the break. He'll feel a bit better about himself. Good ton. That was a good switch. Good recovery. He had 2 high 20s and he came down beautiful. Good adjustment. Good switch there too. 54 is a really good switch when you're shooting the triple 20s and you've hit 2 low. because you just throw your third dart at exactly the same pace and the same height, but you just move over 1.5 inches and you'll usually slot it straight to 54. There's a nice 57, two of them.
134.
Great switch down the bottom. Yeah, 3 tons in a row from Trent. 201 after 9. And Bailey's at 215 after 9. So now's your setup shot.
100.
That's a ton. 81.
And 3 straight tons up there for Trent. Any other day of the week, you'd think, well, I'm probably sitting all right in this leg, but Bailey Marsh with 115 rep.
Well, Bailey's one of the best players in Australia. No doubt about that. I'm comfortable making that statement. He's got one of the best games. Probably the best thing to say. He's still learning his craft. He's still got a few big tournaments to win, but I have no doubts that'll come. He's only a pup.
Oh, and the Shanghai's not going to go. That one barreled off the other dart in the treble 5.
Unlucky.
54.
So that was just
48 is in.
Per 4. Yeah. He doesn't miss. The pegging standard tonight has been just absolutely fantastic. Unbelievable. Where are the averages at, mate?
So it is 94 for Bailey Marsh and 82 for Trent Cooper.
Wow, that's pretty solid. That's good
Super
stuff. 94 will win your games on the stage at Ali Pali.
Yeah, it is. Well, it does. But obviously, players Bailey Marsh's calibre they're really gunning for that 100 average mark to make sure they're in the mix in all the games. But it's been a sensational start. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back very shortly with more darting action live from Boulder X. Players are walking up to have a bash, so we are not too far away from the start. I am joined live in comms with the man himself, Tony Glass. G'day, Tony.
G'day, man. G'day, viewers. The standard of the first half, or the first 10 games, has been massive. I think 18 darts was the longest leg. A couple of 12s, a lot of 15s. Yeah, very impressive.
Sure was. And Bailey sat on 100 average for a fair bit of that, back down to a 90 with a couple of slack visits to the board, nothing major. We saw some good pegs, we saw some good legs.
That's one of the highlights of the match. The minute they get around 80, they seem to take it out.
Oh, absolutely. There's not many second chances on pegs, is there? There's
No.
You get down to it and you got to go.
Now Trent's got to focus now. Like, I've been in situations like this, and he's got to play. He's got to break down each game, each little.
Players
this next 10 games. Yep, they're good to go. He's got to break down this next 10 games into 3 sets of 3 games. He's got to try and win each set of 3 games 2-1, like a best of 3. He's got to just put some pressure on himself to try and get him going. That's a good switch. And if he wins 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, he'll find himself 11-8 rather than 8-2.
60.
There was a philosophy Tony David used a lot in the 2002 Embassy World Championship, and he got the nickname Boomerang, the deadly boomerang, because he'd fall behind, but then he'd just break each set of 3 games into a best of 3 and try to win 2 out of the 3 games, and that's how he clawed it all. He kept clawing his way back. Great first start, Trent. Oh, he's drifted again.
66.
Oh, scattergun. Beautiful 60, and you take 66.
Score.
Still looking good for the leg, and really important after a break. Come out, try and hold your throw.
44.
After, when I say the break, they had an actual break, a break in play.
Yeah.
After 10 legs.
That wasn't a good set by Trent, and that's a great set by Bailey. Jumped all over him. That's a great set by Bailey. So Trent was at around the 200 mark after 9 darts, and then he hits a 44. Bailey's behind, hits 162.
92. Score 94.
It's so critical to hit that good. Yep, it's so critical to hit that good score at the 200 mark.
Bailey at 8-2 in an exhibition would have really wanted to go bull with every fibre in his body. The fact that he went for treble 20 means that he wants to consolidate this win.
A bit of respect for Trent, I think, too, which is he's a good kid, Bailey. I've met him a couple of times. Met him about 3 years ago at West Coast Classic, and
18 scores.
Oh, that's the first time we've seen someone miss a double.
So double 10 now for Trent. He's inside, up for double 5. Oh, and he's frustrated with that.
He went to split it, did he?
I think he did, yeah.
Game shot, 1 dart,
And
Bailey
Bailey
ball.
picks that up on the first. Nice.
Front leg, Bailey throw first, game on.
Yeah, Trent needed that one. So
Graham
Bailey
Begbie in the caller's position there. Well-known face around Kalgoorlie darts.
Graham's ex-PDC player,
45.
played on the circuit 2005 to 2008. great mates with guys like Chris Mason, Kevin McNine. He actually just came back from Kevin McNine's wedding as he was his best man. And Graham won the PDC Spanish Open in 2006. So, very decent player. But found his way to Kalgoorlie, a local girl, got 2 beautiful little daughters, and settled down. Great pickup. 257. And if you're wondering if occasionally Beggars is a little hard to understand, he's a Geordie. He's from Newcastle. Yeah. He's got a rather thick accent. Yeah, that's great. 140 from Bailey. Unlucky Trent. He's just not as tight. He's hitting the target, but then he's just straying a little bit. Oh, Bailey unlucky.
$25.
Yeah, that was just unlucky. Now the game before,
they've knocked the board camera. I'm not sure what.
Oh, that would have been Bailey. Bailey bent over to pick up his dart, and he accidentally beat the camera. Yeah,
I saw him rubbing the back of his scone there, so he's it's a little hurt.
Yeah, great pickup. See, the game before, Trent was on 200 and hit 44, and Bailey hit the 162. This time Bailey was on 200, hit the 25, Trent's hit the 121. But there's Bailey needs 6 darts out for 191. Then he's gone a bit stray here.
21.
He'll be unhappy with that. He's left the big fish. He's going to get a shot at it. 87. No, unlucky.
134.
Both these boys have been brilliant on 57. Oh, Trent.
$34.
Sometimes the big fat numbers are the hardest ones to hit.
That one's just outside.
Game shot, $2, pay him off.
Back in.
Adjust all the shots now. Now the board's moved.
Fading flag, Trent through first. Game on.
He's 10-2 and
100.
$22 on the line. Winner takes all tonight. Pay for a bit of John Kiley's fuel.
140.
Oh, unlucky.
$60.
And Charmaine Hogg in the comments, can you please announce my tournament, Kyle? Kyle, the original Anderson Memorial Dart Tournament, held 3rd, 4th of December. Olympic Kingsway Soccer Club in Madley, time 9 a.m, that's Western Australia. Nomination fees $50 a team, 3 men and 3 women with a cap of 300. All nominations to Charmaine Hogg. Get those ones in there, be a great comp. Trent, a little frustrated, 5 and a 1, skinny 5. And drops down, picks 63. Up that treble 19.
I
60.
Trent's a lovely lad, and I ran into him one day about a year ago. I was giving him, because he plays for one of the team that we played the last 3 years. Graham, who's the scorer, he's the captain of my team, and Trent's in the team that we've played in the final in the last 3 years in the local league. Bailey's into the 54. That's a great switch. That's a great switch. And then I cheekily said to Trent,
87.
You know, we were just mucking around. He's a cheeky. He can get cheeky sometimes, Trent. And I cheekily, oh, Bailey's on this. Get in there. Ooh, I like this.
He's just under the tops.
And
150, big ass, Trent Cooper. He needs it.
he does.
Goes the 19s route.
Oh.
Doesn't quite get the second one.
He's had a few drift. That's great pickup. Great lead. I don't think he's going to get a run at it.
Ten scored.
Oh, he's let him in now. Trent's got to get this. He's got to stop the leaking. And he
12
didn't.
scored.
That's what happens when you're 10-2 down and you got a bit of pressure on you.
Game shot, one
That
dot,
one
Bailey Marsh.
is Hey Diddle Diddle in the middle of the double five. Bailey Marsh. 11-2
credit-
up.
40 flag, take it
Credit
first,
to Bailey
game
for
on.
taking the gift. Trent gifted it. Bailey took it. So back on the Kyle Anderson story, I bumped into.
140.
We're about a week before the grand final. We had to play Trent's team, and I was trying to stir him up, get a little bit in his head. And I said to young Trent, Trent, he was starting to stir me up. Said, "Oh, we're going to beat you up. We're going to bash in the final, Glassy." I said, "Trent,
100.
I'd have to be the best player you've ever met." Just cheeky. And he said, "Nah, Glassy." He said, "I've met Kyle Anderson." I thought, and I just smiled, loved it, and I gave him the biggest hug. And I said, "Yep, I've met Kyle Anderson too, mate. He's just good on you. Good answer."
Well, it's all about Bailey Marsh at the moment. Back-to-back ton 40s. Trent Cooper up against it.
92.
Yep, good switch. They're both hitting the 57s, but you've got to be in there. He's in there again.
100.
Stayed there. 121 after 12. That's after 9. It's great darts. Good switch
97.
again.
121. Bailey goes 60 first start, 61 left. 11 for Bullseye.
Ooh,
96 scored.
25 wasn't far off.
he hit
Wasn't
that
it-
ball earlier on an 87 or something. What it
81 it was, yeah.
Yep.
And shout out to all the fans out there watching on Facebook and on YouTube. Shaquille McKenzie, Gavin Wright, Clint Taylor, Zally Derek Bonney, Laurie Preston, Cara Smith, Raymond Donaldson, Corey Collins, g'day Corey, Sophie White,
17 scored.
Rebecca Roffey, Belinda Ring, Norm Anderson, g'day Normie, Aidan Janeway, Ryan Connor, Ricky Pickett from Western Australia, Michaeline Legg, Craig Prizeman, Dylan Williams,
94.
Robbie King, Barry Riley, Philippa Jones, Steve Cullen, Leroy Beeman, Kevin
Game shot,
Marsh,
one
Jordan
dot,
Marsh,
Bailey Marsh.
Bailey Jacobs, Tyson Marsh.
leg,
Anyway,
throw
there's a whole
first.
bunch of you watching.
Game on.
And welcome to Dartstream Live as Bailey Marsh goes 12-2 up. Against Bubblegum, Trent Cooper.
85.
Did we find out what ghost for Bailey means?
No, we didn't, but someone can probably help us out in the comments there. Corey Collins, great
55.
mates with Bailey Marsh. How did he get the name Ghost? Where does that all come from? Ray
can tell
Donaldson
you-
gets Go Trent Cooper.
81.
Yep. I can tell you where Trent got his nickname. That very same final, the grand final, I thought I'm gonna. He's in.
125.
I've I've walked in, to the venue, and I was pretty much the last guy there because I had to drop the kids off to soccer or
59.
because that's what happens when you get to my age. You become an Uber driver. And I've walked in and I thought I'll have one more go at Trent and see if I can stir him up. So good ton. That's a good one. I love it when good players go around a low dart. They've got a 20 in the small 20, and they go around.
Sorry to interrupt you, Glassy. I know you're on a roll here, but Corey Collins in the comments says when it comes to chalking, he disappears. Hence the name Ghost.
Well, hopefully with the tabs, the Darts Connect, which are just fantastic. They're 180 great darts. See, there's the 220. He's around the 200. He's hit the big setup. It's that big score now. Now Trent's got to hit the 140 here. No, it's so critical. You can see it in just about every game. The minute you're around the 200 mark, you got to hit the big setup.
41 for Bailey. 9 for 32. It's inside.
He floated that.
And pins the double 12. 41 out.
So I've walked in on that grand final that night. The week earlier, he said, "No, Glassy, I've met Kyle Anderson." So I thought I'll have another go to see if I can stir him up. And I walked in and I've said and I've announced myself. I said, I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. He said, no. And I said, I'm all out of bubblegum. Well, he giggled and chuckled and chuckled and giggled. And we got to 5-all, 1-all, and he beat me in the last game. We had a 12 data and then a 13 data, and he got me with a 15 data in the last
60.
leg. So they won the final 6-5. And anyway, about 2 weeks later, we had the first of these Kalgoorlie championships, the Players' Championships, which are on again tomorrow with the Champions League. And Trent walked in, he's looked at me, he said, I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, Glassy. And he said, I'm all out of bubblegum. So I said, there's your nickname, son. Trent Bubblegum Cooper. And he loves it, and he's embraced it, and he's Trent Bubblegum Cooper ever since.
And it's stuck, as bubblegum does.
It does. Great darts by Bailey. Oh, that's unlucky. That's just a kiss off a barrel. Look at a 125, 140.
Yeah, and Denise Marsh in the comments there. Bailey's mum. Checking out the darting action.
Check score 121.
Mum,
met your boy,
Dad.
Mrs. Marsh. He's a nice fella. You've done well. You've raised a good lad.
Tough kid, Mrs. Marsh.
79 scored.
Average is now 91. Bailey Marsh, 80. Trent Cooper.
Yeah, that's great. First dart was low, 2 around the corner. Great shot at the 200 mark. Just enough to put a bit of pressure on that 72. Now he's got to take this 80.
Tops. Ooh, he's just under.
He had a clean view of it. He almost clicked in and busted.
Sam Ballinger, Ballo. Been tearing up the circuit lately, playing at everything. Saw him in the ADC event on the weekend. And he's another player that's sort of come up through
Game shot 1 dot, Bailey Marsh.
really made a big name for himself in Australian
70
darts.
legs. Trent Cooper. Game on.
The Bear, Sam Ballinger.
I'm getting to know that it's a great service, and it's a great, I'm biased, but I call you guys the best commentators in the game and the best broadcast platform we've got, particularly for the Australian game. And I get to see, guys like Sam, Danny Porter,
100.
Mal Cumming, I've never met them, half these guys, because I didn't play for. I was out of the game since middle '90s, and I'm loving just watching these guys get into it. Here goes Trent. Get in there.
140.
Unlucky.
There's a fair old crowd there, Tony. There's they're getting into it. You can hear them.
Yeah, again, you know, they love the darts in Cal. Most of them are playing in the Champions League. You know, this concept and having this game tonight was fantastic. We've got to thank John Kiley for it and James for coordinating it all and making it happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
100.
Speaking of the Champions League, it's on tomorrow at the Boulder X Club. Open competition. Anyone that wants to can go down and have a crack at that comp. I think first prize is $500 tomorrow, so well worth the trip down there if you're in Kalgoorlie. Might be worth jumping in the car right now and putting the pedal to the metal. Bit of a red-eye trip. Rock up in the morning, quick kip, get on the board, pick up $500, be home for church on Sunday.
60.
So 160 apiece, all tied up. It's game on. Looks away, disappointed.
That's 30.
Oh, 160, this would be lovely.
Beautiful.
On,
get in there.
Tops. Bang!
Yes. Little fish, he's happy about that.
Game on.
So having it. Bailey up first. Oh, loving this. He's in.
And again.
180.
That's 6 perfect darts.
Is there a better way to back up a 160 out?
That is 6 perfect darts.
Corey Collins is loving it. Paul Huisman says, great finish. Been a long time since I've seen these names because we haven't been streaming on Facebook, so you don't know who's watching. The regulars are back in and enjoying the darts by the look of it. I know I am, and I know Glassy is.
100.
A good ton. You get a 180 kick. Always you got to respect it and back it up with something. And a ton's a good backup. And he's Trent in. Good 140 though.
That's what I'm doing wrong then, Glassy. I thought after you throw a 180, you're supposed to throw 26.
Oh, he's in there again. Yes. Good boy. Come on. Give us an 11. Give us an 11.
This is the exhibition we're after.
Yep.
2 180s in the leg. Following the 160 check out. Bailey Marsh is on some kind of form.
Go on. Get the 11.
9's good.
Beautiful.
That is just a whisker wide, and that one is outside as well. So
Pissed about that, but anyway.
he said,
oh well.
Good if I can peg. Sounded like good if I can peg, but he said good if I could peg.
Yep, good pickup, Trent. Went around a low dart at that 60.
Chelsea and Hatchett there, barracking for Bailey.
That's not in. Ooh. So, are they Cadby darts that Bailey's playing with, or are they his own?
I couldn't. No, they're his own actually. I'm pretty sure he's actually been signed by Mission Darts. So
Swing your flag. Speed it through first. Game on.
Good company. I use Mission Darts. I'm not sponsored by them, but I use them. They're good company. Make good darts.
I can't tell you that. I'm not going to say that the darts he's using are Mission Darts. He's only a recent signing to the brand.
59.
Don't forget, Mission Darts available through Aussie Dart Supplies Online. Discount code applies this weekend only. Well, it applied last weekend. It applies this weekend as well. It is DSL10 to get yourself 10% off Aussie Dart Supplies Online.
I've bought some gear off Aussie Darts. They're fantastic. Great service.
To deal with. Great to deal with. The service is fantastic, second to none. And Brent Kenny says they're RVB darts, and Brent Kenny would know because he is Aussie Dart Supplies Online.
22.
Just a little reminder, the 10% off is only on, or it's on everything except flights and stems, because they're cheap as anyway. But Brent, while you're there, do you want to just chuck a link to Aussie Dart Supplies Online in the comments there so people can go straight on that, get on that promo code DSL10 for 10% off. 10% off a Blade 5 or a Blade 6 is pretty good whack. Got them in 60. Stock, the blades. You win more blades. Got Trent, shot gear.
Here's your chance to win one. Bailey's gone off the boil after the 11 data, or the chance at the 11 data. He's going to refocus.
100.
Yeah, with Bailey throwing two, a 45 and a 46. Unfortunate for Trent failing to hit a treble. It was almost like he put more pressure on himself to hit one.
59.
He's tightening up a bit. G'day, Jay Baz Vegas Murphy. Hello, Benny's. It's been a while.
125.
What's the 180 count? Ben, you've been keeping
I haven't been keeping tally, mate, and I
think Bailey's got about 6 or 8, and I think Trent's got 2 or 3.
I can jump on another screen here and have a look. Oh, I can't because I haven't got the code.
97.
Good switch, Trent.
So it's slightly different setup tonight because it's player on player using Dart Connect. So we've you'll notice it's not the TV scoreboard.
60.
Yes. Yeah, good switch, Trent. Well, mate, see that? It's a good score around the 200 mark.
Bailey goes for 25 first start. Probably would have gone 25 bull, the smart ass, but doesn't hit the 25. Hits an 11. So
he's striking me like he's trying to play the game. He's not trying to show off. Although you talk about bull, there's an old exhibition of myself and Russell Stewart from 1991 on YouTube where we're playing best of 3001. Both had about a 90 average. And Russell won the last leg. I was on 40 and he went bull.
I've seen it, in fact.
56.
Okay, doesn't go. Good Trent here. A good chance here for Trent, I should say. 63. Which way does he go?
Yes,
Picks
Trent.
up treble 17.
No score.
Oh.
What did he do? He busted.
Did a double 10. Yeah, he busted it.
He busted.
Game shot,
Okay.
1 dot,
And
Bailey
Bailey picks it up. Gee, you can't take it. Can't take a trick.
And with all due credit to young Trent, Bailey is a sharper knife in the sense that he's played, bigger games. He's played Van Gerwen. He's been on stage. He's played the Australian circuit at the higher levels. He's played, a lot of the top players that we keep talking about. And Trent hasn't. This is the first player that Trent's ever played to any level of recognition or status, and he'll be better for it. He won't coil up. He'll go away and practice and he'll come back again. He'll be much better for it, trust me.
A few big names jumped in and check out the stream. Tom Bourne Supremacy's having a look there.
114.
Jay Murphy, Ricky Pickett. Seen him belting up the dartboard on the PDC. Well, not the PDC, on the DPA tour. Saw a lot of him, actually. Played really well. Dug real deep this year.
60.
Yes.
And also got over for the Australian Open. Also saw
60.
the ADC events the other week. Did you catch any of that, Tony Glass?
I did. I mostly on Dart Connect. But,
56.
and I kept watching the knockout phase mainly in
125.
great winner. I think 3 different winners. We had, Big Mal won the last one.
Bit of excitement in the crowd there. Trent smacks in a 125. Bailey looks like he's going to answer it. No, it's only an 85. Right, good chance. Be a breaker throw as well for Trent.
125.
He's had too many of them tonight where he's had 60 with his first dart. And, oh, no, he got his 125. I thought he only had one at 85.
Bailey
Great
has
dart,
another
Bailey.
crack at a 1-2-1 out. Just misses the bullseye. Hits a 25. 103. Trent Cooper.
Yep.
57 is good.
63 scored.
Sets it up. Misses the tops. 25 for Bailey. Come on, give him a leg, Bailey. Something so greedy. Double 14. He does give it to him. That's a bust.
He just poked that out there, didn't he? Poked
When I
it.
say
There's a good
gave
word.
it to him, he didn't really give it to him. He muffed it. Down for double 10. He's inside, so he's still got a dart. Up for double 5. Walks away, takes a deep breath. Back to the board.
This will test his metal.
And
Wasn't a
that's
bad dart.
outside.
It was just on the wrong side of the wire.
Some may argue he should have stayed there and kept the rhythm after going inside on the double 10. Frustration boiling over inside. And
shot, two
double
dollars,
8 goes
Bailey Marsh.
Bailey Marsh.
That's it for now. We have a mid break.
I've noticed, it might be the TV, it might be the camera angle, but I've noticed when he goes down his 32s and the 18s, he starts sort of land at a different angle. Bailey.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from where we are. Obviously, the board and the players aren't in the one shot. They're 2 separate shots, so sometimes it can be a little deceiving as how that all works. Though sometimes it looks like because we've splayed it out so that everybody can see all the action. But yeah. Anyway, we're going to take a short break. Be back with you shortly, Dart fans. and cut that one off. But here with Tony Glass, and we're just having a conversation. Thought we might jump in and say good day to the fans. Aaron Headers jumped in the comments. Great game all round. Trent been really unlucky, and we're just talking about the competition here in Kalgoorlie. Obviously, there's the Champions League on tomorrow, and these guys are this is just a new thing. Tony, tell us about Champion League, what it's all about.
The concept was basically to get some good tournament play for all the guys, because it's so far for us to travel, or anyone in the region to travel to Perth and the likes to get some darts. And there's enough good darts players in the town where we just, if we ran our own tournaments, which is what we're doing now, we'll get everybody playing well. And there's Trent's our premier player at the moment. He's our best player in the local league, and again he's doing his best tonight. But this is the first time Trent's ever done anything like this as well. So Bailey's got about 20 or 30 of these games under his belt, or tournament plays and so forth. So this will be really good for Trent. But the Champions League and the tournaments that the boys run and that we have out there at Boulder X, we've just noticed the lift in our playing standard in the last 4 or 5 months since we've been starting playing these tournaments. The standards lifted 5-6 points in averages with everybody.
Yeah. Oh, that's that's what exactly like you said. The Kalgoorlie's isolated. For those of you out there that don't know, Kalgoorlie's how many k's from Perth, Tony? 900.
600.
600
from Perth.
Not that far.
It's about 900 from Rockingham, where the West Australian darts is sort of centred.
Yep. But
which is a couple of 100 k's south of Perth. It's about 800 k's. It's about a 9-hour drive to go and play in most of the tournaments in our state.
Mm. So it's a big journey. So to get to those comps, like you said, why not have your own comp and try and attract some big names down there? And I know a few players have travelled from Perth, made the journey there. And this weekend, Bailey Marsh has gone down, done this exhibition with Trent. It's more than an exhibition; it's a Smashdown. It's a DSL Smashdown for $2,200, and good to see him do that just ahead of the comp tomorrow. Reminder: tomorrow's comp is an open comp; anyone can go and play in it. The first prize is $500. It's pretty handy, and then at the end of the season, I think they take the top 16 through for another playoff for another comp. Do you know the full details of all that, Tony?
Yeah, there's 4 sort of preliminary rounds, one each month. Tomorrow is the 4th one, and the top 16 then qualify for a finals. I'm not sure when it is. It might be in a month's time. Might be in October, and it'll be a knockout event. And the winner, I think there's a couple of $1,000 for the winner. Don't quote me on that. I might have just written a check that James has to cash. James is the tournament director, but it's a fantastic concept.
Look, and these guys have gone out. These are just young guys that kind of talk to you about it, and you've mentored them through this process and helped give them the impetus to go and do this. But they've gone out and raised all these sponsors. Sports Power Kalgoorlie been a main sponsor for it. Good on you. Good on those guys. Miller's Auto, Glass Board Constructions, BMC Plumbing and Gas, James Bricklane, Boulder X, of course, and Daniel Vasic from First National Real Estate. And I'm missing one who is... no, I think I might have got them all. Maybe
BMC, yep.
Yep. No, if I've dropped one off there, I apologise. But yeah, thanks to all those guys for jumping in and helping get this off the ground, and hopefully you get something out of it. Bit of coverage. See, they're milling around the players at the moment. Oh no, somebody else is having a bit of a warm up at the board. So let's have a look. See who it is. Who's that head?
That is Logan Warmlist, and Logan is ex-Western Australian junior. So again, having a guy like Bailey out playing a game like this, it's given Logan some. It's inspiring him to get up and have a bit of a throw. So yeah, he's an ex-Western Australian junior player, state player. and he plays in my league team. So Logan and I are doubles partners.
Oh, there you go.
And we lost in the local Open, the local Kalgoorlie Championship, in the final to Trent and his partner Gunny. So so there you go.
And looks like play's about to get underway. We'll get the players sound up, and we'll be hitting it very shortly.
But it's I liken it to a country football match. It's half time, so the kids come out and have a kick of the ball. Logan's gone out there and had a throw of the dartboard. So
love it.
So let's bring this home with a bit of commentary on the game.
They've actually got a TV. They've actually got a TV set up in the venue, so they know what's happening on the stream.
Yep. It's good to see the nature there, and Kalgoorlie's like that. See, Bailey's smiling. He's enjoying himself. Mind you, he's 18-2 up, so he would be. But
21st leg, game on.
And the Kalgoorlie crowd would be embracing it. That's a good switch. Yeah, great start. Good kick. Can win a few legs, Trent. That's a good ton.
Look, Trent's been pretty hot on the 19s. He's gone down and banged in a couple of trebles quite often. You wonder, is there any wisdom in having a crack down there for a little while?
He's usually pretty hot on the 20s, so they're really impressed when you put your first dart low and then you go around it and you get a ton. I've said that a few times tonight. Good players are playing well when they can go around a low dart and get their ton. Now this is where Trent's
in. It's 140.
That's better. This is where Trent, a few times tonight, he hits that first 60 and then he walks away with 81. You get that 60 like that with your first dart, you got to get a 140.
30.
Bit of a let off there.
146. Come on, Trent. A lot of people make the mistake when they're
85.
you're 9 darts in, you've played a couple of good shots, you got 146, and then they try to peg the 146. A good setup, 112, 114 would leave you, 32. That's all you needed to do. You didn't need to try and peg the 146.
61. How does he go? 25? 45? Goes for 25. Hits a bullseye right in the middle.
Double six. Oh, he busted. What's he doing that way?
Obviously 190 not checkable. Bailey going to try and set this up.
You need 11. You need double 8.
54.
It's a good dart. That'll put pressure on. So now he's changed his mind. He's trying to go somewhere else.
Oh, he's just not settled.
No, he's that 61 bust has thrown him off his game.
21.
Quite often we see him stop, turn around, walk back, regroup, and come and have another crack at the yockey. Bailey sets up the tops, bit of pressure on the tops now. Come on.
He's getting the revenue. Come on, Trent, get it in there. No, come on. And again. No, he's not. He's struggling. And come on, Bailey. Unlucky. Yep. Yeah. He's happy about that. Yep. I think Bailey will let him get away with too many of those.
Bailey's having such a good time, he'd probably rather drag this out a bit.
He's gone off the boil a bit, and this is the, you know, I guess he'll put the pedal on the metal again. That's a good recovery. 5 and then a 60. Oh no, it was only 29.
100.
Oh, the crowd is loving it there at the Boulder X Club. Stuff. Rebecca Roffey says, "Yeah, boy."
59.
G'day to Ted Wright, President and Manager at Dart Association. Just jumped in to have a look at darts.
23.
That wasn't a good visit by Trent. I think they've that last break, the boys have relaxed and settled, and yep, there's a big shrug from Bailey. Come on, get your game back in there, Bailey. You're not focusing. Trent's in. Good switch.
98.
He needed something, Bailey.
59.
He's in. There's all.
180.
He's hit some beautiful 180s tonight. There's a good fist pump from Trent. That's in good spirit. There's a good 125 too, which is a good answer to a 180.
95, Bailey Marsh goes bullseye first dart, hits the 25, leaves himself 70. He'll go 60 for double 5, 20 for bull now. Ooh, and he's just outside, so leaves himself 25. Trent set on 54, revving the crowd up, getting them going. 14 for tops. No, he goes 4. He was going 18.36.
26.
And,
what did he shoot? I think he hit the 4, he wanted 50. If he hit an 18, he wanted 32. He's just lost count. Righto, Bailey, clean this up. Good 17.
Outside on double 4. Another Trent, another chance. Trent Cooper.
Mansour's favourite double.
Oh, he's inside. In spite of that Kalgoorlie crowd getting behind him, the Goldfields crowd, I should say, we're in Boulder. Right next door.
He's in the madhouse. Good on you, Bailey. They'll love him. There's one way to. Oh, unlucky. That's one way to endear yourself to the crowd. They just enjoy it. Don't be a bully and just bash poor old Trent into oblivion. Have a bit of fun. Get the crowd involved.
For double 2, he's inside.
12 score.
But he needs to tidy it up now, Trent. Otherwise, they're both going to finish on about a 50 average. Bailey, sorry. Come on, Bailey. Pair of 4s. Focus. Still got 3 games to win.
Inside.
That's a good dart.
Down for double 2. It's outside. And that one is inside, back in the madhouse.
All 3 of those darts are good darts. He didn't pull or jerk any of them. He threw good darts, so just on the wrong side of the wire. Well, they're both in the madhouse. Trent got it.
23rd leg, make it through first, game on.
They've certainly gone off the boil from what their first 10 darts. If anyone's just joined us,
Look, I've
first
got
10
a
games.
feeling. I've got a feeling we've got a crack a leg coming up here.
They're due. Bailey was on an 11 earlier in the night. I think in their first 10 games, there was 17 was the longest leg.
And Dave Marlin, Mel Cumming have just jumped in to check out the stream. G'day, boys. Both of those guys have been absolutely hot lately.
Yeah, good
Marlon
one, Bailey.
winning a couple of shots on the big stage, as did Mel, playing in the World Series. And Mel taking out one of the ADC events.
84.
Big fan of Mel. I haven't met him yet, but I like the cut of his jib. I like the way he goes about his business.
140.
140.
So again, back-to-back 140s to open a leg for Bailey Marsh.
You called the big leg, Ben.
Yeah, I felt it coming.
38.
Felt it in your bones. Another 140 here. Be nice. Put the commentator's curse on him.
Should have gone for an 11.
Yeah, good
90.
pickup. They've both been very good on the 57.
So it doesn't leave a finish.
No.
81 now, Bailey. He's got his abacus out, trying to work out what to do.
It's a 57 or 45. 45 is the way Simon goes. There it is. Missed it. 66. 3 tens.
He's very wide. He puts that
50
one in,
to score.
punches the treble 10. Trent wants to bash this 180 down.
Needs a
He
140
knows.
to put pressure on. Needs a 140. Come on, Trent. No. Slided. He knows. He's upset with himself.
45.
36 for Bailey, outside.
Game
Yeah,
shot.
that's
two
good
dogs,
dart.
baby lock.
That first dart was perfect. That second dart just followed it and just clicked straight off the barrel. Back into 14 dart, and now 17 darts, that one. So back into the sort of standard they were playing in the first
Straight for flag.
session of darts, first session of the games. Bailey's away.
No, don't turn it up. Leave it like that.
100.
A ton. Something's got him giggling there. Come on, Trent.
31.
He's losing focus.
There's a bit of action going on in the background.
43.
43. And again, you know, it's a frustrating 43 that he's wired the 60 with 3 darts. You know, he's 2 millimeters away from 180. He's got 43.
100.
And Trent has hit a lot of 125s as well, interesting to note. And the 5s coming on the last dart generally.
Yeah.
96.
I might have to get Trent practicing with 6 darts so he doesn't lose that last dart over into the 5s.
80. 85.
That's a good one, 85.
Should and does start on the 18s, Bailey, from 262.
Oh, it's a great shot.
It's a brilliant set of darts.
It was.
First to 21. This could be over in a matter of minutes.
Bull. Wait, no, he's staying up there. Oh, he's playing with respect there. Trent was on 230, so he couldn't go out. So Bailey was just thinking, I'll get a ton, set up 32, and bring this home. So he didn't try the showboat with a bull 32.
He's got World Youth coming up, and as well as Oceanics, etc. So he's probably been told, practice for the games. Practice how you want to play.
Play proper darts. Yeah.
Yep.
Put your big boy pants on.
It's not what you're gonna. It's not what you're gonna do on the big stage. Don't do it down here.
Yep.
Game shot.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, he liked that one. That was a good combination. That was a bunk. You know, that's pegging. That's a good combination. Peg out that.
Mate, we love a good bonk.
So he's on the cusp.
I'll be back in a second, mate.
You all right? Come on, Trent. Yep, good 96. Good last dart. Bailey going to try and bring it home here, I think, with a good shot. Good game. Good kick. Unlucky, Trent.
61.
Unlucky. They weren't bad darts, but all on the wrong side of the wire. Yeah, good one, Bailey. Good last dart.
57.
That's a 57. Bailey's chance to steal the darts here, and he's taking it. Oh, just push that one a little.
125.
And he stole the darts. And Trent's chasing.
55.
Unlucky. 55. Bailey's got 6 darts to bring this home. Oh, he's drifting.
Yes!
Oh, see, finally, he hits a 10 to leave 170 to be a bit fancy at the end, hopefully. Trent's got other ideas.
Well, Trent wanted to put some pressure on. Again, that's 61st dart. Walks away with an 80. He's had a dozen of those tonight. 61st dart, walk away with an 80. When you play at this level and you play guys like Bailey, you hit a 60 with the first dart, you've got to hit a ton or a ton 40.
105.
105. It's good
Has a
setup.
shy at the bullseye anyway, and that's not a bad dart. It's from that position. 80 on the board. Why not go a bull?
77.
65, I think he'll take this.
Game shot, 3 darts.
He was trying to repeat. Yeah, he did get it. That is him. I thought it was out. There we go.
That is game shot.
And the match.
That is such a good dart.
Boom. 265s, I think, the last 2 games. Great combination pegs.
And just have a listen in case there's any formalities at the venue. Not 100% sure.
Yeah, there might be a presentation.
I'm not sure if you didn't quite hear that, but Bailey said, "Oh no, that's only the first set."
Good on him. The way he went about it, the Kalgoorlie bowler, the Goldfields darties they'll take a shine to him. They'll like him. A little bit of bravado, all in good spirit.
Well, look, I'll keep an eye out in case there is any more formalities happening there, and we'll cross back over that for sure. But a couple of things, dart fans. Don't forget, Aussie Dart Supplies Online. Promo code for this weekend. Doesn't matter where you are in Australia. You can, well, even internationally, but predominantly for the Australians, the postage works out in your favour. And, look, we do have an announcement.
Big thanks to Bailey and John for making the trip up here. And a big thanks to Trent. Started going to get around.
Dillon, the tournament director for the Goldfields darts events.
And going to get a big round of applause for Trent for taking on the challenge. Tomorrow morning, check-in starts at 11. Closes at 12:30. Closes at 12:30. Check-in. So try and make your way down, and this is the last event before the finals. Top 16 after tomorrow. Go through the next month. Thanks, everyone.
Yep, there's Logan in.
Sorry. So, as I was saying, Aussie Dart Supplies Online. I'll whack that up there so you can get a bit of a look at that. Promo code for this weekend, DSL10 gets you 10% off. So you understand how that works. It's an online store. You go in there, there's a spot where you can put a promo code. That's the one. 10% off everything except darts and flights. Sorry, everything except flights and stems. Darts, of course, are included in that. And they've got a great range of darts there, including Kyle Anderson darts, if you're interested. And thank you also to all our sponsors, but in particular, our Lynx Property Group. Bailey Carpentry Services. And Get Plastered Rendering, John Kiley. Oh, I just missed it. I just got him off screen, but he, I think he was just waving hello, something like that. Thanks again to Tony Glass for joining in comms. Thanks, Tony.
Too easy, Ben. Cheers, mate.
No problems. We'll be back tomorrow with more darting action live on Dartstream Live for the Kalgoorlie or the Goldfields Champion League. Kalgoorlie Champions League, whatever it is. And we'll be back anyway. Same bat time, pretty much. I've been Ben Hunter. You guys have been awesome. See you soon, Dart fans.